The camera opens on the vast savanna stretching under the orange and purple hues of a sunset. Ayanna is seen walking through the tall grasses, her Fulani headscarf gracefully flowing behind her, adorned with intricate silver jewelry passed down through generations. She carries a gourd filled with water, walking alone as she gazes at the endless horizon, lost in thought. In the heart of the African savanna, where the winds carry the secrets of ancestors, Ayanna walks a path set by tradition. But her heart, untamed and restless, longs for something more, something beyond the customs that have defined her existence for so long. As Ayanna walks, she spots a Zuluan warrior, Kofi, who is observing the land in silence, his strong build accentuated by his traditional Zulu attire. He is adorned with beaded jewelry and a shield etched with the marks of his clan. Their eyes meet, and for a moment, time stands still. Ayanna and Kofi's paths cross again during a village gathering, where Ayanna is demonstrating her skill in Fulani beadwork and healing herbs, while Kofi shares stories of his Zulu ancestors through song. They are immediately drawn to each other, but their love is forbidden. Ayanna is promised to Jibril, the son of a powerful Fulani elder, and Kofi must return to his people to fulfill his duty as a warrior. Ayanna and Kofi's worlds, though separated by tradition and duty, are drawn together by a bond stronger than blood, a love that neither tribe can accept, but one that neither can deny. As Ayanna and Kofi exchange stories in secret, the camera shows the soft glow of the firelight reflecting in their eyes. The backdrop of the Fulani village, with thatched huts and tribal symbols painted on the walls, contrasts with the Zulu warriors' regalia, a beautiful merging of two different worlds. When Ayanna's arranged marriage to Jibril becomes imminent. Despite her feelings for Kofi, Ayanna knows her duty to her family and tribe. Kofi, torn between his loyalty to the Zulu people and his growing love for Ayanna, feels the pull of destiny but also the weight of his ancestors' expectations. Tensions rise as their love becomes harder to conceal. The winds of destiny grow colder as Ayanna's heart is torn between love and duty. She is promised to another, but her soul belongs to Kofi. Kofi, too, stands at the crossroads. His ancestors demand he return to his people, but his heart calls him back to her. The camera shows Ayanna preparing for her wedding to Jibril, adorned in a lavish Fulani bridal gown made from handwoven fabric and cowrie shells, while Kofi, in his Zulu warrior garb, watches from a distance, heart heavy with longing. As the tribe's elders demand Ayanna fulfill her marriage arrangement, and Kofi prepares for battle with his Zulu warriors, Ayanna and Kofi meet for one last time under the baobab tree, the symbol of their people's strength and unity. They must make a choice. To run away together, abandoning their tribes and families, or to sacrifice their love in order to fulfill their obligations. Beneath the ancient baobab, where the roots of both their tribes run deep, Ayanna and Kofi face the hardest decision of their lives. Will they choose a love that defies all odds, or will they remain loyal to their people, leaving their hearts to crumble in silence? In this pivotal scene, the camera captures the vastness of the savanna, with the baobab tree standing tall and ancient, a witness to the generations that have passed. The couple stands at its base, facing the horizon as the sunset casts long shadows across the plains. In a twist of fate, Ayanna and Kofi choose to challenge tradition. They leave their respective tribes, their hearts heavy with the burden of love but filled with hope for a future of their own making. They journey together into unknown lands, where the savanna meets the distant mountains, seeking a place where their love can flourish free from the constraints of tradition. And so, Ayanna and Kofi walked into the unknown, not as enemies of their tribes, but as lovers, bound by a choice only they could make. Under the vast African sky, they sought a new beginning, a life where love could transcend the borders that had once defined them. Ayanna and Kofi walking hand in hand, silhouetted against the fiery savanna sunset, a symbol of their undying love and courage. A panoramic view of the African savanna at dusk, with tall golden grasses swaying in the wind. In the foreground, a young Fulani woman, Ayanna, walks through the savanna, wearing a Fulani headscarf and intricate silver jewelry. The sky is ablaze with orange and purple hues as the sun sets over the savannah. A vibrant scene at a Fulani village gathering. Ayanna is demonstrating Fulani beadwork, wearing a bright, colorful shawl and traditional beads. In the background, Kofi, a Zulu warrior in beaded necklace, shields, and traditional Zulu attire, watches intently as he tells tales through song. The Fulani village has thatched huts and tribal markings on the walls. A ceremonial scene of Ayanna preparing for her arranged wedding. She wears a stunning Fulani bridal gown made of handwoven fabric, adorned with cowrie shells. Her family and the tribal elders are gathered in the background, while Kofi watches from a distance in his Zulu warrior garb, standing on the edge of the ceremony. A dramatic and emotional scene of Ayanna and Kofi standing together beneath an ancient baobab tree in the African savannah. The tree symbolizes their love and the strength of their tribes. The sunset in the background casts golden and pink hues across the sky, while the savannah stretches endlessly around them. A silhouette of Ayanna and Kofi walking hand in hand across the vast African savannah, with distant mountains in the background. The sky is ablaze with the colors of a fiery sunset, symbolizing hope and new beginnings. Both are dressed in traditional Fulani and Zulu attire, standing strong and united. Having made their decision to leave behind the expectations of their tribes, Ayanna and Kofi embark on their journey into the unknown. Their love, though still burning bright, is now coupled with a sense of uncertainty. The wild savannah stretches endlessly before them, and every step they take is a step away from everything they once knew. They cross vast plains, climb rugged hills, and navigate dense forests, all the while learning to live without the security of their past lives. In the heart of the wild, where the earth and sky seemed endless, Ayanna and Kofi journeyed toward a future unknown. With each step, they shed the weight of tradition, but the scars of sacrifice ran deep. The love that had once been forbidden was now their guiding light, leading them through the wilderness. The camera shows Ayanna and Kofi walking side by side, their expressions resolute but filled with a quiet sorrow. Ayanna wears a simple yet beautiful Fulani tunic, her silver jewelry now a reminder of the life she left behind. Kofi, in his Zulu warrior attire, carries a shield and a spear, symbolizing the warrior spirit that still lives within him, despite the new life they are trying to build. As they journey through the savannah, they face numerous challenges, from the searing heat of the midday sun to the heavy rains that suddenly descend upon them. Despite their differences in upbringing, Ayanna's knowledge of the land and Kofi's strength as a warrior complement each other perfectly. They hunt together, gather herbs, and find shelter when needed, learning to trust each other more deeply with each passing day. The land itself seemed to test them, the scorching sun, the sudden storms, and the silent threat of wild beasts that stalked the edges of their journey. Yet in each moment of hardship, Ayanna and Kofi found strength in one another, their love a bond forged in the fires of the wild. In one scene, the camera shows Kofi and Ayanna huddling together under a large acacia tree as a thunderstorm rages around them. The Fulani woman holds her gourd close, while Kofi shields her from the rain, his eyes fixed on the horizon, as though ready to protect her from whatever may come. Though they are free from the constraints of their tribes, their love continues to face the ultimate test, survival. Ayanna and Kofi realize that their future cannot be built in the shadows of their past, and they must prove to themselves that they can thrive independently. However, this proves to be more difficult than they anticipated. They encounter hostile tribes and wild predators, and at one point, they are forced to fight off a pride of lions that comes too close to their camp. In the face of danger, Ayanna and Kofi demonstrate how their unity and love have made them stronger than the sum of their parts. As the days turned into weeks, the world around them grew fiercer. In the wild, there were no tribal allegiances, no familial protection, only survival. Yet, with every battle, every challenge, Ayanna and Kofi grew stronger, their hearts beating as one, bound by a love that was their only true weapon. The camera shows Kofi and Ayanna standing back to back as they fend off the lions. Kofi, wielding a spear, protects Ayanna, while she defends their camp with a bow and arrows she crafted herself. In the distance, the savanna plains are bathed in the orange glow of the setting sun.